Welcome into the recap of the Bears' 20-12 loss to the New York Giants Sunday afternoon in New York. I'm David Kaplan. There is so much to discuss about this game. But first, folks, this is what happens when you don't have much talent on your roster. Lousy offensive line, Justin getting harassed throughout the day in the backfield. It leads to a fumble. And again, they make mistakes that you just can't make, like fumbling a punt late when you have a chance to drive and tie the game with a touchdown and a two-point conversion. Just so many critical mistakes, but there's just not enough talent on this roster. I know some of you don't want to hear that. That's just a fact. The offensive line, not good enough, and Cody White here went out with a knee injury. We'll find out the severity probably on Monday, but he did not return, and if he can't play, boy, there is not much depth on this offensive line and not much depth on this football team. Justin Fields was okay. He was better than he was a week ago. But again, as we look at the numbers, you got to look at how much he's getting hit to understand why this team is going to struggle each and every week to win a football game. Let's start first with the Giants defense. The Giants defense today sacked Justin Fields 6 times. They also had 6 tackles for loss and 9 quarterback hits. This kid is getting the crap beaten out of him. That's not excusing some of the poor plays that he makes. But again, it's not that easy to say, let's go down the field and let's keep trying to throw the football when we don't know if we can keep the kid upright. He got hit on one. It led to a fumble. Every turnover or every point is crucial to try and find a way to win a football game. Justin's numbers today, just okay. 11 of 22 for 174. He was sacked 6 times. He has a passer rating of 76.7. I mean, below average. Not good. In terms of running the football, Justin ran 7 times for 52 yards with a long of 16. Bears have one of the better run attacks in the National Football League because that's the only way these coaches feel they can stay in the football game. 32 carries, 149 yards. You got Khalil Herbert, 19 carries for 77. And you get Tristan Ebner, get 6 carries for 20 yards in addition to Justin's numbers. So, again, look at the passing numbers. Darnell Mooney made a hell of a catch. Justin threw him a good ball, gave him a chance to make a play. He was covered. He outfought the defensive back for the Giants, made a really nice catch for 56 yards. He was targeted 5 times. He caught 4 for 94 yards. So by far, his best performance of the young season. But then reception-wise, you had Herbert get 1 for 24. Trayvon Wesco, 1 for 23, and he had a drop that he should have caught. Cole Kmet, 3 for 16 yards. Equanimous St. Brown was a non-factor today. Ebner, 2 catches for 8 yards, and that's about it. That's all you got out of your passing game. And, I know everyone is disappointed in the loss, as am I. I want the team to win. It's so much more fun when the Bears are a winning football team. But again, look at their offensive line and look at some of the teams they're going to have to play. I mean, Danielle Hunter next week for the Vikings, and how defensively where the Bears do a terrible job, and we'll get to that in a minute, in stopping the run. Now you got to deal with Dalvin Cook on top of Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen. Makes it really, really tough to try to win a football game. You start looking down the road and thinking, boy, where are we going to get a win? Because when the Bears roll in, the teams they're playing are thinking, Bears aren't very good. We can get a win. So we get their best shot. And then you got some games on there that, frankly, just are unwinnable. Like when you played the Packers, and especially you got Buffalo coming up toward the end of the season. There's a handful of games where you look at and think, boy. And then you're tied with Detroit. Bears are 2-2. Detroit's 1-3. So you're a game ahead of Detroit. They're the highest scoring team in the National Football League. And if they're going to continue to score like that, How the heck are we going to be in a football game from the Bears' perspective is what they're thinking. So I look at the Bears and think, Detroit's averaging over 30 points a game. I don't know if we could score 30 points in 2 games. So you look at what went on today. Velus Jones certainly feels horrible. He fumbled a punt late in the ball game, which cost the Bears a chance to get the football back, drive it down, get a touchdown, a 2-point conversion, and tie the game up. But they didn't lose the game because of that particular play. They lost the game because offensively, Justin does not have enough time. And when he does have time, in large part, his receivers are not getting enough separation. And then look at some of the numbers for the Giants in terms of how they dominated the Bears today. Daniel Jones was 8 of 13 for 71 yards passing and a passer rating, again, very pedestrian of 76.1. He was sacked 1 time. But Saquon Barkley, 31 carries for 146 yards, a long of 29. Daniel Jones, 6 carries for 68 yards. Tyrod Taylor, when he came in when Jones sprained his ankle, 3 for 30 yards. So you gave up almost 100 yards rushing just to their quarterbacks. Matt Breida comes in, 3 carries, 18 yards. They ran for 262 yards on 44 carries. That's an average of 6 yards per carry. The Bears' run defense was awful, and it has not been good this season. That's just a fact. They have got to figure out a way to, A, pressure the quarterback. Haven't done that very well. They had 1 sack today, and they have not stopped the run. That is a huge problem. If they can't stop the run, they have little to no chance to win a football game. They have got to find a way to get guys have more integrity on their gaps. Go back and watch some of the plays, and you will find there was not great gap integrity a lot. And then Saquon Barkley is a beast. You combine all of that, makes it really tough to win a football game. I'm looking at the New York defense, and again, I gave you the numbers that they had. How about the Bears defense today? Again, only 1 sack. Tackle for loss, they had 3. Quarterback hits, they had 2. That was it. So they dominated the Bears, the Giants did, in what they were able to do to Justin. Bears did have an Eddie Jackson pick. He falls to 12-1. He was 12-0 coming into the game. Bears were 12-0 when Eddie Jackson had an interception in his NFL career. Today was the first time they lost when he had a pick. Velus Jones, kick returns, 2 for 44. He had 2 punt returns for 19 yards and then had that massive fumble. Michael Badgley, who filled in more than admirably for Cairo Santos, who was out with a personal issue. We don't know yet what that was. Michael Badgley, 4 for 4 with a long of 40. He did his job, but when you get into the red zone and you don't have the ability to stretch the defense, to spread the field, to throw the football because you are afraid you can't keep your quarterback upright or you don't have receivers that can get separation, you're playing with one hand tied behind your back. That is just a fact. So add in Daniel Jones running RPO was a monster today. Daniel Jones did a sensational job executing ball fakes, hiding the ball on his hip. There goes the defense chasing Saquon Barkley thinking he's got the football. And all of a sudden, there goes Daniel Jones around the end, picks up a first down, gets in the end zone twice for touchdowns. So give him a lot of credit, man. He may not have thrown the ball well, but he ran the shit out of it today and did a really good job at running that RPO or selling that boot that he didn't have the football and all of a sudden he did. Boom, to the end zone. Tough game to lose because it was winnable. You don't fumble a punt. You have a couple of key drops by your receivers. And if you could do a better job protecting your quarterback, it was a winnable football game against a very, very average Giants team who suddenly finds themselves sitting at 3-1. That's the recap, folks. Bears lose 20-12, and now it gets tougher. You go to Minnesota next week for a noon Sunday game, and you got to come right back 4 days later and play Washington. Going to be a really tough turnaround. Fortunately, that Washington game will be at home. But we'll deal with that a little bit later down the road. And as soon as the All-22 is posted on Tuesday, I will try to have a video up for you on Wednesday and see what the All-22 shows. Did Justin miss some throws? I'll let you know. But right now, when you look at the numbers, the bottom line is bad run defense, bad job on Daniel Jones and the RPO game, inability to stretch the field much and throw the football, tepid progress from Justin Fields, and now Cody Whitehair could be down with a serious knee injury. We'll find out probably on Monday. Have a great rest of your Sunday night. Enjoy the Sunday night game, and have a great week. I'll talk to you during the week. Make sure, right there, you see it? That's the QR code, so you can sign up to get in our raffle for a giveaway for a 70-inch television from Apt Electronics. One name, randomly pulled. I did it at 5,000 and 10,000. If you want in at 15,000 subscribers, right there. And if you are watching this on your phone, you go, well, how am I going to get that? Right there. Click on the write-up of this recap, and you'll see a link. Click right there. You could sign up right then, and you'll be in the hopper for a shot at the TV. Also, I'm going to give away 2 $100 gift cards to Lou Malnati's. And at 20,000 subscribers, I'm going to give away a $5,000 gift card for Invisalign. If you need that or you have a family member or a friend, you can give them the gift card from Schaumburg Dentistry. Trying to bring you some fun stuff and some great giveaways here on the channel. Thanks for clicking that subscribe button. Please tell your friends. Follow the YouTube page. Click the subscribe button. Register and see if you can win a TV. Have a great rest of your night. Take that.